Well, good afternoon, my YouTube friends. It's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and I think this is one of those jobs that when I start it, I wish I'd never actually started it in the first place. And this is the Dendrobium pendulum, which is that one. And it's really picked up. And I just want to cut that little bit of dead leaf off here. It's really picked up because those were the leaves that came damaged. And anyway, I haven't watered it today. I've just had a poke down there, can you see? And this little pseudobulb here actually came away in my hand, and I thought, oh dear, does that mean it's too wet? So I poked down in there. Can you see those roots? So I thought, well, here goes. I'm going to lift her out of this coconut husk here and just see whether or not I can unpot her. Because this moss on the top here is dry, and yet you see it's wet inside, and I'm not sure whether that's actually breaking down. So this is a good time, and sometimes you just have to think, well, like with the Dendrobium Friedrichianum, it's never a good time, especially when they're potted up in a medium like this, because this is how they've grown. But you can see it just coming away like this now, and this is why Curly Orchidine actually recommend that you've got some experience with growing orchids. Excuse me, I'm trying to, oh dear, goodness gracious. What I'm trying to do now is not damage these roots. I don't know whether you can actually see. I'm hoping you can see. Right, so let's painstakingly see whether it'll just fall apart for me. Keith's in the other room watching cricket, and I've already been up into the grow room today, and I've made some alterations, and I'll do an updating video on that. But you know what I'm like with my clumsy hands. Sometimes I break roots, and you've got to be so careful. See these roots that go right in. There we go. Now I've only got 29 minutes, and I should actually check how I can get this camera to work longer, but it's got an automatic shut off. So let's just see what comes away easily and what doesn't. So far so good. I can't believe my luck. See what you don't want to do. Oh, look at that, that's good. And I was just thinking today, as you do, while you've got your orchids and you're up in the grow room, and that let's try and there aren't actually any rules when it comes to growing orchids. Now the standards, and what do I mean by standards? Well, the standards that we'd like to all emulate, and those are the standards that certain orchid growers achieve. Now that one's broke off, look at that. And who am I talking about? Well, you've got Ed of M.E.s Orchids, and you've got Raquel, who's, sorry, before I go on to Raquel, of course Ed, you know, his frags and patio pendulums, we all aspire to. And then you've got Raquel, and of his channel, he's all about hydroponics, and we all aspire to those growers. Now, sometimes you just can't help but just lose one or two little roots. As long as the majority of the roots you can try and save. Let's just see if I can pull some of this off here. See that there? It's like it's hollow in the middle. Look at that. And there you see some of the roots there. So I don't mind if I can just get some of this off. I'm trying to do it on camera so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But there you are, look inside there. Let's have a look. I hope there's no bugs in here. Now that, whatever it is I'm pulling out here now, that is the original medium. Now let's just see if I can... See, when I squeeze this, I don't know if you'll notice, when I'm squeezing this, it is actually quite wet. And let's have a look if I can get something. That's another piece off. I mean, I've got actually some, I've cleaned some lava rock, and I've also got some sphagnum moss. Because I don't know which medium I'm going to repot it in, because of course it's been used to growing in this very moist taking a little bit of that root, the side of that root off. There we go. So up to now, I've not done too badly. Let's see if I can see what's happening around here. That's released that root there, this nice big root here. Let's see what, oh dear. There we go. I tell you what, it's painstaking work this is. Oh dear. Did you hear that root then? Let's see if I can take some of this out of this way without... There we go. Gently does it. Go. Oh dear. see inside there? It's as if it's done in layers. Sorry about that, I just knocked the camera. Right, it's actually coming away quite easily now. That's got a little bit of moss on, and I don't, you see that root there is damaged, so that's going to have to come off. Let's see if I can get any of this off here, and see if I can save some of these nice growing roots. Just bear with me a minute. It's like layers. There we go. Right, see there's a little root just tucked in there, and that's what I'm wanting to save, that one. Come on, gently. Oh, look at that, you see. Just gently does it and pries it open, that's good. These, just where this, they just go inside this fibrous husk, and there we go. It's just having the patience to release it. Let's have a look what's happening here. See if we've got anything down here. If I can release as many as I can, then it's not going to be as traumatised as cutting them all off. There we go. But there's one thing, once I've got it off, I'd really like to plant it in lava rock. I don't know whether I'm still in focus here. Let's just take it a little bit further back for you. Let's see if I can get this one off. And then there's this big piece here now. Now that's coming away very easily. Let's have a look what this is. There we go. This kind of medium would be no good in my environment in the winter, because of course living in England, you know, we go very cold in the winter, and there's no indication, there would be no indication that within this growing medium here that the roots were saturated, and I wouldn't be able to tell. Let's just take it down here now. Ooh, look at that. Let's see. Gently does it, gently does it. Will that one come away? There we go. That's got a nice big root there, hasn't it? See if I can just manoeuvre this now. Here we go. And try and just pull this back a little bit without damaging too much. Let's have a look here. See, they're so fine, these roots, that any disturbance will just break them. And then I don't want to. And then if it, there we go, that's lucky. Let's see if I can get this little bit off here. That's another little bit. And let's have a look. I can't believe me luck, you know, today, that I've managed to virtually. Let's see if I can get a bit out of here. That's another one released. And let's have a look. And there's this big piece here now. Now how do I do that? There's that old bit of medium, whatever it was in originally. And let's pull that out. This is the coconut husk it was in. And that's coming away wonderfully. See if I can get this little bit off here. Sometimes you can see you can't rush, because if you rush then you could just damage those delicate roots, and with my clumsy fingers I could easily do that. There we are, that's another one I've just released. Another one. And let's see if I can gently lift this off the roots. Just this little area now to release. There we go. Can I release that without breaking? There we go. So there's just this little, this is that old media there. See if I can get rid of that. I've got rid of that. Excuse my nails now, look at them. And let's see, there's just this little bit here now. Let's have a look now. Let's take that all off. I can't believe I've done that in without damaging very, very few roots. Look at that. Look at this, look at the length. Let's just have a look. Okay, so there's just a little tiny bit of this husk, which I don't think will make any difference at all. But I suppose if you're going to try and remove it, you may as well remove it all. And then let's just see if it'll just pull off that one. That's pulled off that one. And let's have a look at that now. Okay. And there's just this little bit here in this area there. Now that's it. So that's a good root system now. And it's all free. And she's got this little basket here. And see, that was the one that just rotted on me. I didn't even know that one existed. And this one, just that little bit at the end there, is it's just a bit, I suppose suppose I could just cut that off. Let's just cut it off. And then, there we go. So what I'm going to do now, excuse the noise, is I'm going to put some lava rock in here. Now some of this lava rock is quite small, so some of it will fall out, but I'm not too worried about that, because what I want it to do is, there we go, now which is the best way, it's best to sit this way, and have a look. See, this one's going to fall, let's have a look which way, that way, she's going to fall this way. So we push those roots down there now, and I'll turn it round so you can see. There we go. So all those roots are in there now. And I'm filling her up with the lava rock. And the lava rock will anchor her down, of course. And the little tiny bits of lava rock will enable those very fine roots to anchor onto something. And because she's in lava rock, I'm never going to have to repot her. And she can hang up there in the orchid room, and then when it comes to watering her, I shall be able to just, there, look at those roots. Now, let's see. See, there's lots of room in there. Sorry. These are the roots now, and there's lots of room in there. If I turn around that way, see, those have been completely filled up, those areas. So what I'm wanting to do now is to get some of this medium to go through into those little roots here, and if I'm very gentle, I should be able to just push some of this lava rock inside here, and then at least it'll then enable these roots to adhere to the lava rock, and they will get air as well. So that's going to be a little bit of a painstaking job, but I don't mind. Let me just see if I can see some of the lava rocks very, very small, and as I'm putting it in, some of it's falling out, but what can you do? And what I'm wanting is some of these bigger pieces like this, which will fill up the cavity and keep that, here we go, keep that smaller lava rock from falling out, like that piece, you see. If I can push that in there, and we just need another nice big piece like that big, sorry, like this big piece here, and if I can, let's see whether I can just manoeuvre it inside there, and maybe not, maybe I'll have to go from the top down. That one's maybe a little bit. There we go. That's it. Another little one. No, that's too small. That's falling out. So I'll need to just get another bigger piece and push that in. So, see? And I think now this one will grow from strength to strength. Like I say, I'll have to push some of the bigger pieces of lava rock inside these holes to stop it falling out, but that isn't a problem. I can do that off camera as I'm pushing one and I'm pushing another out. But there she goes. There, she's still in that nice little pot. She's got some nice roots, and I placed some of this lava rock, and now I don't have to worry about saturating those roots, and I'll have to lift that little pseudobulb. There we go. So thank you for joining me, and she'll go back upstairs now into the orchid room, and then tomorrow, depending on what the weather's like, whether I shall be in the garden or in the orchid room. So there she is. I'll have to put her label in so we won't forget what she is. And there we go. So thank you for joining me. Take care. We'll speak soon. Bye bye now.